Ben, I said to Matt just now, we've had some difficult interviews after games today, this season. Today's must have been one of the most difficult defeats of the lot to take because of the nature late on.
Yeah, obviously, listen, they're all disappointing. Obviously, of course, they've conceded near enough in the sort of dying stage of the game. Thought collectively we were better today with the ball. Still, without the ball, we can be better. But listen, we can be better all round. It's just very disappointing again that we fell to a defeat when I thought in spells of the game we were probably on top.
Feeling on the pitch, even in the first half, must have been we were on top, and so frustrating to concede. Firstly, the penalty. Secondly, the goal just before the end. Firstly, the penalty. You were fairly close to it. What was your view on it?
It was my man. I've got a hold of him, and individually I've got to do better because he's got away from me. And listen, I'll take that on the chin. But because there's a few individual mistakes that not just that I'm making, because I'll take credit for myself, that we're making as a team. But that's where we've got to do better. I've got to do better. Good that we good that we scored just before half time, because it gave us something to come out second half and try and get that second goal. Just unfortunate that we conceded in the dying stages. Again, probably could have done better with a third goal, and as well as the second goal, as well as the first goal. So there's goals there that we need to rectify, to stop making mistakes and allowing teams to come out on top. First half and second half, we need to make sure that we're winning in the first half and then winning in the second half.
You could see the way the players came out of the second half, the boost that goal from Harry just before half time gave you. It must have sent you in a completely different mood, because previous games we've gone 2 down and the games have fallen away from us. This one, getting straight back, must have made a big difference.
Yeah, it did, of course it did. Obviously if you go in at 2-0, you've got to chase 2 goals in the second half, where obviously we scored just literally as the last kick of the game in the first half, and it gave us something to come on and boys, let's go, let's get a result out of this. And I feel evidently second half we were a lot better. I feel like we didn't have much to do defensively second half, and I felt like it was sort of one-way traffic a little bit, but at the end of the day it means nothing when you concede and you lose the game.
And the feeling on the pitch must have been, after you'd made it 2-2, that we were the likeliest side to go on and win.
Yeah, many times before I've stood here, and the character that we have to go and get that next goal and to not give up. Yeah, okay, at times we haven't been great collectively, individually, and we've come out on obviously the wrong end of the game, but it's just very disappointing overall when I feel like we've played better today to then not get anything out of the game.
What do you think that third goal? You know, the player, everybody thinks he's been allowed to run a bit too far. Was that? Did you suddenly realise that was happening? There was nothing you could do to stop it.
Of course. As a team, we've got to do better to get out to the ball and effectively stop the shot, because if you stop the shot, they don't score.
But we touched on the spirit, and as I said, coming from 2-0 down shows the character still in the dressing room and the belief that we can get ourselves out of the position we're in at the moment.
Of course, we've got to have belief, and that's not just from players, from staff. It's got to be from the fans as well. Listen, they've been excellent. They're still following us away, and obviously at home. And at the end of the day, we haven't given them much to cheer upon recently, but we still need everyone at this football club to pull together to get us out of this situation. And if we can, then I believe we can get bounce and get something just to get a belief out of us, and we need that quickly, quicker rather than later. And listen, obviously it's disappointing, but we've got to keep going, because we're the only ones that's going to get ourselves out of this situation.
And in the near future, the small matter of a trip to Wrexham on Tuesday night. Looking forward to that game?
We've got to. At the end of the day, we've got to look forward to every game and believe that we're going to get points out of it, because if we don't, we're going to keep finding ourselves in the same situations that we're finding ourselves in at the moment.
Brilliant. Well, thanks a lot for coming out, Ben,
no worries.
Today, and we'll catch up with you at Wrexham. Cheers. Thank you.